Hello, folks. Welcome back to another review and thoughts on. I just got done watching 2018 He's Out There, which is a generic. It's not a slasher film. It wants to call itself a slasher home invasion movie. And there's only one kill on screen. Anyway, the plot of it deals with a mother, two young daughters, and they go off to a house, a family home, pretty much, or I guess for the summer or whatever, and the dad has to stay back and work, but he's supposed to come back later on down to visit them, and pretty much they get stalked by a killer, and he does creepy things throughout the movie of invading their house, really, and throwing eggs at their house. Which, yes, there's a scene where the killer actually throws eggs at people's house. I'll say this. Now, the acting, you know, the two daughters I thought were so annoying. I get it's trying to be realistic of this is how children would act in a situation like this, but I don't know. Like, I've seen in our movies where you have like kid actors, and you know later on like Andy Barkley is way more uh, tolerable than these two girls. Like, seriously, he's more braver than them. But I mean, all they do is whine and cry and complain and don't shut up at all. They ask too many freaking questions instead of just shutting up. And then they cry more, and so I'm not giving them a pass. Like, that was so annoying. That's what was ruining the movie mostly for me. I mean, it's pretty boring overall. Like, it starts out, the mom and daughters, they get to the family home, and the two daughters go on swings. They go off to Neverland for a minute, or to Alice in Wonderland tea party type thing, because they find a random tea party set in the woods and don't, stranger danger. Nope, the youngest daughter decides to take a bite of a cupcake, of course. And what happens? She gets sick. And I did like the one scene where she coughs up this note, this little piece of paper from her mouth, and it says hello. I thought that was pretty creepy. I thought that was really like the only creepy scene in the movie. But other than that, and maybe like the look of the killer, I like his mask, but his attire, I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, he carries around an axe or a sledgehammer, and all he does really is bang around on doors and walls in the house, or around the house. Like, he doesn't really do anything. He kills the dad because the dad's stupid. I did think the concept. I mean, they try to not add backstory, but then they add backstory, but then they don't want to elaborate more on it. I mean, all we get is. Granted, I didn't get to see that part because the streaming site that I was watching it on cut off on me, so then I had to watch it again and fast forward. But pretty much I watched other people's reviews and got their interpretation, or they explained what happened. So pretty much we do get some backstory of, this family of four, they would visit this house, and he would watch them throughout the years to study them or whatever. And there's a fairy tale storybook grim tale that they narrate throughout. At the beginning and then by the end. Of course, by the end, it wants to be a Halloween thing where, oh, you think he's dead? Spoilers, he's not. He disappears. But, I mean, granted, the Family Guy way, so it's not a downbeat ending, but same time, I wouldn't mind if he actually killed the two girls, because they were annoying. Like, they didn't shut up, and they didn't do anything at all. They didn't try to kill. They didn't even try to help their mom when she's being pulled out the house or anything. Um, it's a low budget film, but I did like also the concept of this killer. I guess he has like a fake mannequin family in the woods, and he kills people, and then he takes parts of of his victims and uh, Geppettos them into mannequins, which I thought was interesting. He takes parts of his victims and makes scarecrow mannequin type things of them, which I thought was an interesting idea. There's a good idea in this movie with the killer, but that they don't really elaborate or capitalize on that idea, because I think that would have been a more interesting idea. And yes, the killer does talk in this, I guess, what I'm told, which I think is a huge mistake. But yeah, this movie sucked balls. Again, the acting, I would say the only good acting is from the mom. I don't even know how to say her name. It's a odd name, looking name. Um, but yeah, like I would say like she's decent in this at best. I thought she was likable enough to. She was a bit smart in spots where she wasn't hysterical. She had to stay strong for her two daughters. Or she does do some dumb stuff where she goes outside and, oh, is that you, her husband or whatever? And no, and I don't know. She survived that axe to the side because she gets hit with an axe at the end, but she survives that and is able to go one on one with the killer. And so okay. But other than that, uh, I would say the negatives again. The two daughters crying, whining. They don't know how to shut up. I don't care if it's realistic. That's how I don't care. Um, it's generic as as AF. It's generic, and it's a boring movie because it's watch The Strangers. I would say it tries to rip off The Strangers with its home invasion type stuff because it's nothing new here. Like again, the only interesting thing is the look of the killer's mask and the idea of him with his mannequin family. But everything else is boring, and we get we only get one good kill on screen, one, because they totally because he kills the dad off screen. He off screens him to death. So we get one of those in this movie. So yeah. Anyway, that's my thoughts on this movie. It's abysmal. I don't recommend it at all. You want a good slasher? Watch Friday 13th movies. Watch the movie Hush. Um, I saw snippets of that, and it looks decent. Watch The Descent. Watch any other better slasher home invasion film. Watch Jeepers Creepers for But yeah, if anybody wants me to review, commentate, do a reaction to movies, series, music, let me know in the description is PayPal link. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Take care.